Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring Dames of Asstoria, the core rulebook. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this role-playing game, where you play as monster girls in a world that doesn't fully accept you, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about the rest of the wars, starting with the Subjugation Wars, which happened between the years 1010 and 1051. With the defeat of Sequarius, the demi-fauna split. Some, like the Harpies, wished to isolate themselves to heal, grieve, and mourn. Many of the pure dragons took the corpse of their mother and hid it in the depths to hide and guard her body from those who wished to desecrate it. The majority, however, wished to turn their focus instead on the humans and subjugate them under their rule, to show them their proper place in life. The early years of the war went much like expected, with the stronger, more magically gifted demi-fauna defeating human resistance with ease and impunity. However, humanity was more resilient and tenacious than the demi-fauna forces gave them credit for, and fought back any way that they could. With this resistance came factions and experts. Three prominent heroes rose to unite this scattered human resistance. With charisma and a talent for warfare, the first king, Precipice Astor, united the front under one banner and began the first serious turning point in the war, starting the beginning of the human kingdom. Aurelius Rose formed the Cartographers Guild, dedicated to remapping the war-torn lands in order to provide necessary scouting and terrain information to the war effort. Lucius Oros created the Church of Sequarius to give people hope and spur them to the cause. With these three heroes, humanity managed to win the 40-year-long Subjugation Wars. The main weakness of the demi-fauna was that they were cursed. They could not birth men, so their numbers dwindled, but humanity replenished its losses. So now the demi-fauna were defeated and were eventually forced to surrender. Next came the post-war, which happened between 1051 and 1176. With the defeat of the demi-fauna, the humans subjugated and enslaved them. Branded heretics by the religious fanatics, they were blamed for the plague which started. This plague attacked all those with magic powers. It decimated the demi-fauna population and wiped the humans of their prominent magic casters. Fearing this to be some form of demi-fauna weapon, the church created a corps of inquisitors who hunted down suspect demi-fauna casters and those infected with the disease in order to slay them. In the year 1052, under urge of the church, the capital city of Precipice gets renamed to the capital city of Sequaria. Having grown in size, the Church of Sequarius becomes officially recognized in the year 1073 as the state religion in the kingdom of Asstoria, and continues to grow in power and influence, eventually gaining enough power to influence the state and the king. Next came the Slime Mimic War. This happened between 1176 and 1178. The church had placed a ban upon magic, and 73 years after that, the first Slime Mimic War began. Slimes and mimics, creatures rarely seen and thought of as mere rumor or superstition, band together and wage war on humanity. As a result, the Cartographers Guild rebrands to the Adventurers Guild, with their cartographers becoming more like adventurers during and after the Subjugation Wars, saving people, taking quests, exploring, and using their skills to aid in battles, on top of their job as cartographers. However, the newly branded Adventurers Guild uses its resources in the fight against the Slime Mimic forces to no particular avail. A year later, the first demi-fauna are allowed to join the Adventurers Guild. Having discovered ways to defeat the Slime Mimic forces using magic, these 6 demi-fauna are welcomed into the guild, and in the year 1178, defeat the Slime Mimic forces, killing the Mimic Queen. These 6 demi-fauna are rewarded for their efforts, given titles and land, and the prestige of their actions, leading to a cultural shift among humans and their treatment of demifauna regarding those original dames. While still second-class citizens and scorned by most of humanity, some demifauna are now welcome to live for themselves and seek their own enterprise. All of this resulted in the present days, which began between 1178 and 1208. The Church, having noticed the effectiveness of magic in the slime mimic war, lifted the ban on magic in the year 1180. This led to an explosive boom of magic casters. Though some still consider magic as baneful sorcery and witchcraft, it is openly accepted by most. In the year 1182, King Richard Astor, 4th King of Asstoria, is crowned. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the factions. I think that things throughout this history proceed in a very logical and effective way when it comes to communicating why humanity despises the demifauna so much. They were enemies at first. They attempted to enslave humanity, but now they are allies. So the tensions are quite high. However, now there is hope, because humanity has noticed that working alongside the demifauna they can accomplish great things. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.